Welcome to our presentation on video game and gaming technology. My name is Christine Science.
I'm Brandon Good.
I'm Taylor Good.
And I'm Zohaib Ali.
Today we'll cover an array of topics that highlight the IT development and trends found in gaming technology. Video games have made great strides in IT development. Some of the recent developments include cloud services and subscription models. Cloud services have allowed people to stream games directly to almost any device with a screen, such as a phone or tablet, making it more accessible for those that can't buy different consoles or expensive equipment. It also removes the barrier of those interested in playing and greatly increases the global gaming population. Subscription models have also transformed the way people own games. Services like Xbox and PlayStation offer access to hundreds of games for a flat monthly fee, saving users from having to pay a higher price for physical individual games. This also provides developers and publishers of the game with a consistent revenue stream. Ultimately, it creates evergreen games where the games will be designed to evolve over time, with content being updated regularly and keeping players continuously engaged. A few other IT developments are cross-platforming gaming and enhanced console models. With cloud services and subscription models making gaming more accessible than ever, players are able to switch between a console, desktop, or mobile phone to play the same game. It's making the gaming experience uninterrupted in their progress, purchases, and achievements. It's not only the online services that are impacting on the gaming industry, but also consoles are improving every year. In order for companies like Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo to compete with each other, developers are consistently upgrading the consoles to include faster SSDs, ray trace lighting, and higher resolutions to create better graphics. Video games have a long history of development. Starting in the 1950s, it was considered the birth of video games. William Higginbotham created a game called Tennis for Two on a large analog computer and connected oscilloscope screen. As computers continued to develop in this time, so did games. In 1962, when Steve Russell invented Space War, a computer-based space combat game for the Program Data Processor 1. It was the first video game that could be played on multiple computers. And then throughout the 1970s and 80s, the gaming console made rapid developments. One of them includes the first home console, the Magnavox Odyssey, invented by Ralph Baer, and it began the rise of home gaming. And then other developments include the creation of arcade games, sparking the golden arcade age. And then in the 1990s, home consoles improved significantly. Nintendo Entertainment Systems created consoles using cartridges, enhanced graphics, game design, and audio. Meanwhile, Sony developed the first disc-based consoles, and games were becoming more movie-like with extensive, impressive cutscenes, often including recorded dialogue. And then starting in the early 2000s, Microsoft entered the gaming industry and introduced the Xbox, bringing gaming from consoles back to PCs. It also introduced Xbox Live, their subscription-based online gaming service. This transformed the playing experience again because this meant users could play online with their friends and buy games virtually. Another shakeup happened in 2006 when the Wii entered the market. It was the first motion-based gaming console that encouraged players to take a physical part in the gaming. And now in recent years, popularity in PC and online gaming has only grown. Steam, an online gaming company, represents 75% of the global market for video game distribution and also represents 50 to 70% of all PC game download figures worldwide. This means, popular gaming companies are continuously improving their consoles like Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, PS4, and the Wii U to satisfy customer wants. Users want easier access to cross-platform gaming and unique games at a lower price.
As far as relevant IT components are concerned, digital components for streaming, digital distribution, and cloud gaming include many different components. With Steam's record-achieving numbers of over 132 million active monthly users located across 250 countries, gaming platforms must consistently function properly and without skipping a beat. The main components are content delivery networks, CDNs, cloud-based gaming storage, digital rights management, DRMs, and database management of information. Content delivery networks help with the delivery of dynamic dynamic content such as multiplayer online gameplay. They work by storing copies of web content such as HTML files, images, or videos from the host server. And the benefits of CDNs include faster performance, reduced loading times, and finer control over bandwidth use. Steam has its own cloud-based system, which utilizes already existing Steam client. It allows for storage of many data types. The process is automatic, and the most impressive feature is that the owner can access its own contents and purchase games globally from any computer as long as the Steam client is present. As far as Steam e-commerce system is concerned, it's a seamless solution because it allows unlimited copies of games on unlimited devices. The catch, however, is that only one user can play on an account at a single time. To combat against piracy, there are three main components: custom executable generation, CEG, retail encryption, and valuable platform-dependent features, or PDFs. The CEG binds a game to an account. Retain encryption causes encrypted release of the game to global markets with platform-dependent features. This ensures that pirates cannot circumvent these games or security features due to constant updates. The PDF, also known as Steamworks, is a client-based digital rights management, which verifies game ownership by verifying that the client has been launched first before the game has started. And another minor feature is Steam Wrapper, which protects against casual piracy, but can be easily removed by a competent attacker. The Steam database manages millions of users, game client information, and other types of related data. The public information regarding Steam's databases is unavailable. However, the general public's best guess is that Steam uses either MySQL or an Oracle-based platform. The differences between these two databases is that MySQL is open source, is easier to use, and cost-effective. Oracle, on the other hand, is a more robust option. It has venture-level advanced features. It's scalable as far as the business end is concerned, and it offers tech support. Competitors in the console niche, such as Sony or PlayStation and Microsoft's Xbox, have also invested heavily in cloud-based gaming. Xbox offers cloud-based gaming, it was formerly known as xCloud. It allows console-quality games on mobile devices, PC, and other platforms. No installation or downloading is required, and it uses Microsoft's Azure data centers. Sony's option is similar to Microsoft's Xbox Gaming Pass, but is built into PlayStation's premium subscription service, also known as PlayStation Premium Plus. It allows users to stream PlayStation 1 through PlayStation 4 titles. No PC is required, and is based on Gaikai and OnLive cloud technology that was acquired by Sony. Now, as far as the overview of these three companies leading development, in conclusion, Steam only offers PC-based gaming. Its business model is buy to own, and it does offer an in-house cloud gaming service. Sony's model is based on consoles and does have limited PC availability. It's subscription-based, and it does offer its own in-house cloud gaming. And it's similar to Microsoft, with the exception that Microsoft offers cloud cross-platform availability, meaning that you can play your games on anything from iPads, smart TVs, VR headsets, iPhones, MacBooks, Windows devices.
So the cost between Sony, Microsoft, and Steam ranges. So, the high end starts around $700 for both Sony and Microsoft, and those will get you around 2 terabytes worth of storage. And the decreasing prices is based on storage. So Microsoft and Sony both sell their equipment at, based on how much storage they have. And then their surcharge is based on whether you can stream, you can add discs to the games or not. So that's what that extra $50 is for, is if you want to stream or play games through a disc or just online. So that's where you see the digital versions of those, and those just started coming out with these new releases. That this is a new thing that Sony and Microsoft are testing out, so that customers can buy all their games online. The average game on Sony and Microsoft is around $70, and there's not many free games on their platform. And then they don't have as many games to choose from. So Sony has around 4,000 plus games to choose from. Microsoft has 1,000, while Steam, on the other hand, is free to download. You can just download it right onto your computer. The average game cost is around $16, and they have a ton of free games to choose from, which brings that average price down. And they have 80,000 plus games to play from. And then the benefits of each, as I talked about earlier, the PS5 Pro and then the Xbox Series S limited edition, or Xbox Series X limited edition, are both 2 terabytes of storage, which those get you, the starting price is around $700. And that gets you the top of the line for each brand, and then they start going down based on storage. So the Xbox Series X all have the 4K gaming and the 8K HDR, but depending on whether they have 1 or 2 terabytes of storage, and then if it's a digital version or not, dictates the cost. But the benefits are all the same. You're basically paying for storage. And then once you get down to the Xbox Series S, you have a lot less gaming resolution. So the benefits there are not very high. Whereas on Sony, everything is still there, and you're paying basically base off storage. And then Steam, free to download. You can download as many games as your computer can store. So if your computer can store 5 terabytes worth of storage, then you can download 5 terabytes worth of games. There's a lot more variety of games to choose from on Steam than on Microsoft and Sony. Plus, there are more sales on games from Steam, which is another plus for them. And then you can also customize your keyboard while playing games, whereas you can't really do that on Microsoft and Sony because you only have a controller. There are a lot less buttons on a controller.
So now going into the risks, we'll talk about AI and virtual reality. So using AI in gaming creates a gray area in intellectual property. It's hard to know where the line is between ownership and rights when it comes to AI-generated code and designs. Therefore, guidelines must be put into place to avoid confusion with ownership rights and to close all doors to potential lawsuits that would arise if there were no guidelines to distinguish the ownership and the rights. As for virtual reality, they've been on the rise, and we've seen an increase in the number of gaming-related injuries due to virtual reality headsets. Specifically, these headsets disrupt the sensory system, which causes effects such as motion sickness, vision damage, and even seizures. There have also been a significant number of reports of broken bones and torn ligaments due to running into walls and other objects caused by the lack of vision of surrounding areas. As for future trends, generative AI has been used recently and is expected to see a significant upturn in use, and this helps to decrease the turnaround times, which in turn reduces costs. Another use of AI is to create designs for games and the dialogue for NPCs, which are non-player characters. It's also beneficial for converting games into other languages, which saves time and reduces human error. For virtual reality, although virtual reality headsets were released many years ago, there have been many advances, and there's predicted to be even more advancements within the next 10 years. These advancements include hardware improvements to make the headsets themselves better, as well as new game designs to bring in new customers and keep the existing customer base satisfied. That's it for our presentation on video game and gaming technology. Thank you for listening.